Hello everyone, here we are. I recently picked up this game and it's been such an incredibly fun experience that I just want to share it with you guys. So let's do a run together. This is Exark. It's a roguelite where you oh my gosh, that's noisy. Where you build. It's like a resource management game where you set up buildings in optimal ways and choose, customize, and try to make it work. You're about to see what I mean. The next screen is surprisingly noisy. Wait, I suppose we could do something like this then. Okay. You first have to choose. It's like an airship, where you're looking at a sort of an airship or a flying ship, kind of. And this is like the deck. You start by choosing which house you're representing. So you start with only this airship, and you can choose between these two cores that has different playstyles if you want, or not playstyles, but at least gives you a little bit of a different start. Then I've unlocked this alternative ship that has its own rules and its own core here. But we're gonna start with the one that you guys would also start with. It's the basic one or core one. I just remembered that as you progress, you can also customize like this. As you just play the game, you're gonna get 10 stars here. You can press it to get a random, how should I say? A random blessing, but it's also a curse. So this obviously doesn't tell you that much what this is, but yeah, if you want to go for some kind of build as well, right, you can include this. We're not going to do that now. We're going to go for the core default. Here is some alternative. You can add some extra difficulty here if you want. I'm not good enough at the game yet to do that. Okay, so what do we do? Well, there's a lot of stuff here to take in. Quick overview is: here's your gold, here's your food, many buildings, eat food to produce value. This is how much food you're earning per second versus how much is being drained. This is production, so it fills up. We get to choose between 3 different buildings we can build. This is inspiration. When it fills up, we get to choose between 3 different crew members. This is our core. Every 5 seconds it cycles, which means every 5 seconds we get 4 food, 4 production, and 4 inspiration. And then there's also a passive bonus here that each industrial building produces 1 extra production for each other industrial building on the arc. The same for academic. So this is like a ship made for this kind of production over other things. So it's a little bit, but I think you can use almost any build. And if you mouse over it, you can see there's like a circle on it. That means it has room for 1 crew member that will apply some kind of bonus. Top right, we have morale. Gain morale each time you produce gold, food, production, or inspiration, or destroy an enemy. If morale reaches 0, you lose the game. You're basically being attacked between docks, and you're gonna have to survive the attack by producing faster than the enemy can destroy you. So you're constantly getting checked if you have optimized enough to produce morale faster than the enemy can reduce your morale. Then these are buildings we can buy. These are crew members we can buy. And here is a sort of, here you have a new message tab. Then we have, this that I showed you in the beginning. Flat report. We can read for one time each dock, because we're docked right now. Each time, one time per dock, you can pay 20 to reroll every building and all the crew members. And this one sets course for the next dock. So, but obviously we haven't bought anything, so let's do that first. Very first thing, we're going to choose a relic. Now these are super powerful items that will heavily affect how we play the game. So I would say this is at least going to give us some hint of what we want to focus on in the beginning. Acquire a gelatinous ingot. Aha, so if it says press tab for more information. The tab tooltip in this game is incredibly good. It explains so many of the things that you're curious about. Gelatinous ingots is an invention item that can be expended on a building to acquire a basic copy. So we're basically allowed to copy one of our buildings with this. Cannot copy the reactor. Schematics and contracts offer higher quality drafts. Production and exploration require 20 less resources. So it's basically upgrading our production, giving us like better choices when we produce. It also says here, right, earn a draft contract. Iron Home Insignia. Each time you acquire a military building, each building on the Ark permanently produces 2... Oh boy. Are we going for like a military build? But do we have military at the start? Yes, we do. I haven't tried a military focused build. Each time you acquire a military building, each building on the Ark permanently produces. Whoa. Okay, I mean, let's try it, or we can skip this for 20 gold. So now, this is now with us for the entire run. And then we have, I can buy this one for 90. It's going to upgrade this one, right? We don't have enough for both, so can I sell anything? I can't. It would be nice to place like something else and then place this, but no. We're missing 10 gold, we don't have anything to sell. So let's just buy this, I guess. And I'm holding it with left mouse button, and you can right click to rotate sometimes. Not this time. Frostworm. Military and animal. Cycling. Every 2.5 seconds costs us 4 food to deal 5 damage and freeze the target for 0.5 seconds. Freeze. Costs the target if the arc then a random building. If an enemy, then that's enemy. To see cycling or trigger for the duration. Animal. This building produces 2 resources and deals 1 damage for each animal crew assigned to it. Okay, so we're gonna assign an animal to this guy then. And that permanently upgraded our core. Nice. And then do we have enough for an animal? Yes. And there's an animal right here actually. So if you see a building that you would like to keep for next dock, you can lock it, and you know it's gonna appear on the next dock. Now here we have 3 crew members. Now there's a difference between crew members. Some crew members are slotted into the building and keeps giving their bonus, and some crew members are used up when you put it on the building, so it's like a one-shot. And the difference, you see that it's gonna say exploit or something. I've forgotten the name now, but you see that this guy says assigned to building, so he's gonna go into the building. But then another guy is gonna say X something, explore, export, X. Well, we'll take a look at it when we get there. So, something else to mention, on the bottom there you can see it says crit chance 0, crit multiplier 2, multicast 0, upgradable 1 out of 3. So crit chance is obviously shoot again, crit multiplier is, shoot twice. If it crits, it's gonna shoot twice, and multicast is another way. It's another crit. Like if you have 50% multicast, it's a 50% chance it will cast again. But if it's a crit chance, then it's gonna crit. It's gonna crit twice, upgradable. But here's an interesting part: buildings also has crit chance, and crit multiplier, and multicast, even if it's not gonna attack. That means that just means that if this one crits, it's going to give us 2 times the resources. Okay, well, we actually happen to have an animal down here assigned to building. My building produces 1 resource and 1 damage. So we put this guy, we buy him like this. And by the way, down here we can put him into the grinder to get some money for him if you want. And there's some buildings that actually trigger if you start grinding up things. By the way, when I put him in here now, he's not going to give the building +1 resource. It just means that if you put him into, we put him here, it's going to give him +1 food production and science. If we put him here, it's going to give us 1 extra damage. Just check something here. Yeah, it's not 1 extra damage, because it said this building produces 2 resources and deals 1 damage for each animal. So by applying him, he's an animal, he's gonna give +1 because he's an animal, and then +1 from himself. It's actually +2. But then you have to think, is it worth, what's worth most? Here or here? And we also have to think, do we want to lock down some of this to bring it to the next? So this one costs 4 food every 2.5, and this one produces 6 food every 5. So they're not going up equal, but we have 50, so we're probably going to be able to make it to the next station. The enemies on the first level isn't that dangerous, I guess. I think we're gonna do like this, just to produce a little bit extra and start producing up here as well. Okay, do I want to bring some of this for the next? Gain cycles 4, gain 2 food. So every 4 seconds it's gonna produce 2 food. But then additionally, 2 extra food for each upgrade level on buildings on the plus. So it means that you can see when I mouse over it, you see there's 3 pluses down there. So if I just put it in here without actually buying it, it means that if we buy it like this, you can see that the core will be added to the plus, and then it will produce extra based on how many times the core has been upgraded. The core can't be upgraded, so that's a terrible that's a terrible attempt there. But this feels like it's a late. It doesn't feel like it's a good idea to buy it now. I should probably get this later. But then, of course, next turn, what if we don't get any food at all? I guess we can reroll. Then we have every 7 seconds gain 3 science or whatever. You should also always press tab, by the way, because some of these you see it says utility sacred. So sacred actually has its own bonus down here. So you can like have a sacred build, like focus on sacred. And here. Here we have a gear mill, utility industrial. Cost 12 to gain 4 each time a non-gear mill building on the plus cycles. This building cycles. That would be pretty good on this because it's only a 5-second cycle, while this is on 8-second cycle. But it's 12 food. It's 12 food plus 4 food, and this one is barely producing enough on its own, I think. Also, we're not buying it. We're thinking, should we lock this down and buy it on the next? I think on the next one we're gonna have to try to get a food building. This building gains 33% crit chance. We could put that on this. Is it an animal? No. Assign to a building. Each time you expend, that's the one I meant. So when a crew member will say assign to building or expend to building. So if it says expend, it's a one-time use. Each time you expend a crew or item, this building produces 2 resources until end of flight. That just means from this docking station to next docking station, it's going to produce 2 extra, or 4, or 6, or 8, depending on how many you use them. We don't really have any build around him right now. I don't think we're gonna do anything like this. Let's set a course. Now the idea is to get, we're starting here, and you choose a destination, and you start going up and up and up until you get here, and that's like the final boss, and you try to survive it, make it, or whatever. Now, flight time has something to say, because the longer the flight time takes, the more we're going to be in combat, but the more time buildings will also have time to cycle. So if you think you can make it, it's a good idea to have a longer flight. So the reward is the same, but then like this encounter, I don't know if it has anything to say. Maybe you can start recognizing, right, oh, these guys use slow, these guys use armor piercing, but it doesn't really say. Yeah. So what you really have to think about is the bottom 2 bonuses. Acquire a movable feast containing 50 food and require a relic. Now this is a relic, and these were quite powerful, so this is definitely worth it. What about this one? Acquire a small purse containing 50 gold. Acquire an agricultural schematic. So remember, we did not get an agricultural schematic right now because it wasn't optimal. We just had a huge talk about we should really make sure to get an agricultural building or a food building next turn. And here they say, hey, you just want one for free? Yes, we do. So now we are traveling. I paused the game. On the top here we have how many seconds until we're done. Here it shows we are not producing enough food for how much we're using, but we have a little extra here. These are enemies attacking us, and when they attack us, they affect our morale. But every time we produce, we gain morale. So while we're watching now, we're going to try to pay attention here and see, is this going up more than it's going down? If it is, then we are currently doing good. If it's not, then we're about to lose the game. Then you can mouse over enemies. And it just shows you a little stats of what they do. The big ones usually have an extra negative on them, but also if you kill them, you'll get a bonus. So this one reduces our armor every fight, or every shot. That's quite bad. But if we destroy him, we get a schematic or contract box. If you're curious what those are, you can press tab, and it will not tell you. Okay. The issue is that our tower always attacks this one first, then this one, then this one. So unless your tower has some kind of randomize to it, that it randomizes the attack, or I've seen a cannon that actually attacks this one every time, then we're probably not going to make it. But you know, by destroying him, we reduce how much damage they do to morale and stuff. So that's fine. That's good. And maybe we'll get some buildings later that actually care about us destroying enemies. Yeah. Like this one. Each time you require, no, each time we require, yeah. Probably not going to be able to destroy this one in 15 seconds. Nah. That's too much health. But hey, we didn't take so much morale damage now because it's only him firing. Oh man, it's actually quite close here. Oh, whoa, just one more shot. For God's sake, okay. So we got our reward. We actually didn't lose that much food. That's nice. We got our purse. We can put it here to gain 50 gold. However, some buildings actually reward you for grinding up items. So before we use it, let's just save it until we actually need 50 extra gold, in case we get a building that cares about us using the grinder, you know. So, oh, here's another one. Okay, so if you buy the same building, you can place it here and we can have 2 of them, or we can place it on top to make it level 2. And we can see here what the upgrade will be. Improves damage by 2, improves its effect by 0.5. So upgrading it is actually not worth it in a way. I think upgrading is more like, hey, you don't have a certain amount of space on your ship. Upgrade instead of build, right? Because this one deals 5 damage. If we put him on top, he's gonna add 2, so that's 2 versus 5, 2 versus 5. But then he's gonna freeze someone for an entire second instead of half a second. And if we build it next to here, this one is also going to cost us 4 food, right? But we specifically said that we wanted a free food building. So let's figure out what that is. Intestine. Agricultural organ. Ugh. Cycling. 4 seconds. Gain 1 food. Gain 1 food equal to the size of each building on the plus. There's only 1 plus. Yes, there's room for 4 crew though. No, 3 crew, that's good. Gain plus food equal to the size of each organ building on a plus. Okay, so I don't like that. Then we have to specifically get another organ building and place it there. It has to be a big one, or it should be a big one. What's the chance of that, you know? Ooh, there's an additional here on organ. Each time a reactor building cycles, accelerate this building by 0.3 seconds. I see. What if one of these is an organ? Nope. Probably not gonna go for that. Alter. Trigger. Each time you acquire a crew or item, gain 20 food. Each time you expend a crew or item, gain 20 food. I would like someone that just produces all the time though. So this one literally, right? If we had used the coin, this one, like using the coin, gives us 20 food. So now this one is a compost, agricultural junk, passive. Each building on the plus produces 2 extra food, and it's like 4 like this. Whew, we could just choose this one and put it next to the core to give it +2. Then acquire another building to give it plus again. But here's something interesting. This guy is an inventor. Assigned to building. Each time you enter a settlement, so every time we, dock, acquire an invention. An invention is an item that you want to use up ASAP because it gives a bonus. And this guy said each time you acquire and crew an item, gain 20. Each time you expend a crew an item, gain 20. Unless I'm mistaken, that it's also a sacred building. That's nice. Huh. It also triggers even if you don't place it on the ship. My only concern is that invention, is that an item? Because I've seen items that you place on the ship and you can move it around like a crew member, and then invention, it one-shots itself so it disappears. Is invention an item? Instead of not choosing this, we should actually choose it just to figure out if an invention is an item. So we don't actually have to place this, unless it gives us some bonus. And I think it does, right? The largest sacred building on the Ark produces 2 resources and deals 2 damage for each other sacred. Okay, so we have to have at least 2 sacred for this to trigger. So it's just taking up space being done here. Now, I'm thinking, let's buy this guy. Okay, so we just got 20 food because we acquired a crew, but we knew that. Our question is, do we get crew food from the invention, because he makes an invention every turn. We also have to put him somewhere. So we do like this then. He doesn't actually do anything to help the core, we just need to have him assigned, or else we won't get the invention. And then this guy, Oh man. I think if we had him there, he would have actually destroyed that last ship. I didn't know. Huh. Okay, we have 100 gold left. Do we buy this? I think we do, because then we upgrade this building again. Did we get military as well? No. So, each building on the Ark permanently produces resources. I don't think this one will then start producing resources, but let's find out. Now, do we upgrade or do we place it next to it? I think we place it next to it. Yeah, so if you mouse over this, it doesn't mention that this is now producing this food or whatever, but this one gets +2, and this one actually now gives us 22 food instead of 20. Nice. So you just have to include, that it's going to give us one of the resources. Okay, cool. I think we're going to just do like this. Then try to get another animal on here. As I speak of animal, here he is actually. We don't have the money, but now we do. Trashed. Ooh. Okay, I thought every time I trash, I grind an item, we get it, but that's not it. each time we expend a crew or item. Okay. Well, items, the items I was thinking about when you move them between buildings doesn't expend, so this, now we know this is for invention. Okay, so whenever we gain crew or invention, we gain food. Whenever we use up a crew or invention, we gain 22. That's not bad, actually. We still... Okay, we have 60. Do we get this guy? He's also a discount, so that's nice. We place him there. We got 22 food again. The optimal would be to, you know, have a building that just produces food every turn automatically. But this guy basically gives us 22 food every turn because he makes an invention every turn. So let's try to get more of these guys. Now, we have enough for you. What do you do? Assign to a building produces... If the building produces gold, it produces 2 extra gold. That's really good, but we don't have a building that produces gold, but we could buy him just for funsies and keep him. Actually, we're actually gonna do that. And we got 22 food because we bought emergent. Nice. Now, do we want to keep some of these? This is a sacred. This is a sacred, so if we buy this later, we'll get this +2. So then this would produce 24, and this one is producing 3. I'm just gonna call it science. It's inspiration. It's just, you know, it takes me from civilization, production, and science. We're just gonna call it science. This guy produces 3 science, but if we place him, so we have 2 sacred, then let me just check something here. No, then he's going to. We're gonna get even more. Do we lock down this? Maybe. Here's a military building. Gain 2 armor. I think armor literally just, if you're being hit by an attack that deals 4, I think it deals 2 if you have 2 armor. I'm not sure though. Maybe it says here. It doesn't say there. This is a military guild building, and guild has its own bonus. If you have different guild buildings unique, then you get bonus for that. Each building on the tile deals 3 damage. Ooh. And it only has 2 like that. We could put it up here maybe, and then put these underneath. You know, like this. And then put them underneath like this. I think that's we're gonna lock that in. I don't want them so close in case I pull them over each other and upgrade. Arcade workshop, academical, industrial. Costs 12 food to gain 3 production for each building on the arc, including this building. Okay. I'm not feeling it, but I'm feeling these 2, so let's take them with us. And I think we're done. Would there be a reason to assign you? Nope. And it wouldn't be as... At some point, you know, a building might say, hey, if you have an agricultural sacred tomb on the arc, you're gonna get a bonus, so then we should actually place it. But for now, nah. So I think let's keep an eye out on this and see if invention triggers it. I'm gonna guess it's a yes. Flight time 13. The crystalline. Oh, my kid is making noises on the baby cam. Ah, she's good. Now, I haven't figured out yet how this works, but you can see on the encounter, it's like this red, and here it's not. And I haven't actually figured out, like, is it like a warning that this can be extra difficult? I think so. Let's see, acquire a blood emerald. What's that? Contraband item that can be assigned to generate a small amount of gold entering a settlement. We barely started the game, so that's good. That's good to get that early. And we get an industrial schematic, so that means a free building. Or acquire a military schematic. Ooh, we are military focused. And acquire a casket. Caskets are immobile utility buildings that grant a random lesser relic upon being deployed on the Ark. Okay, it's gonna give us a lesser relic, and then it's not gonna be able to. We're not gonna be able to move it, so it's going to take up space for no reason. But there are ways to remove buildings actually. You know what? This one seems extra dangerous. This one gives us a military schematic that we want, and this casket will we actually do. We also like relics, right? Let's go. Endless swarm. Yeah, so there's no risk. Like, we're not gonna get a bonus from it destroying the big one, unfortunately. But we can see morale is high, and food is slowly declining, but we're still making it work. Can also speed it up down here. Ah, so this is important. Of course, it's gonna make this noise. More movement from my kid. Nice. I just posted. You can actually select crew and place crew. Select buildings and place buildings in combat. But you can't move it after you placed it. Until we dock, then you can move it. So we can actually now pause the game, and some of these buildings might say, when you dock, get this bonus. And we're about to dock in 3 seconds. So let's figure out now what we want to do. And the game is also trying to give you a little bit of hints by showing you the star. Star just gives you a little hint of who might be more powerful, but of course we're gonna have to think about our build as well. Workshop assistant assigned to building. If my building produces production or science, it produces 2 extra for each crew or item assigned to this building, including me. Okay, we don't have any buildings with extra on them. Frost Cloud Range. Officer Animal. Trigger assigned to military. Each time my building attacks, that attack freezes the target for 0.3 seconds. And he's an animal as well. Airship Gunner. Assigned to military building. My building deals 3 damage. Yeah. Huh. It's definitely one of these two. He's an animal though, so he's gonna... That's you know... The building wanted that. This is 1 more damage. This is not 1 more damage, but it's freeze. And you already have freeze. So it's gonna be 0.8 seconds of freeze. I mean, or we can skip it for 30. I mean, I'm leaning towards this guy, I guess. It's 3 though. And what is the damage already? 7. Yeah, but it's 7 because of this guy. It's actually not 7, it's 5. And then plus 3. So it's 8, and with him it's 7. Now I can replace it if I want, but then I can't. I can't like move this guy now, and I can't move the building either. Alright, and since we acquired a crew, we got food. Six cycle. Gain 2 production and 1 gold every 6 seconds. Okay. Gain 3 science. Each building on the plus cycles 25% faster. And it's a sacred one as well. Passive. Each building on the plus tile produces 2 extra science. I'm leaning towards this one and place it on the core to make it cycle 25% faster. That's it's what's basically helping give, you know, it's doing a lot right now. We get it for free as well. So now it cycles every 4 seconds instead of 5 seconds. Then we can actually move this guy out of the building after. My building produces +1 resource and +1 damage. And then it's not producing gold, so it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Then we can continue, and we also got extra food because we got more crew. So you don't actually have to destroy. You don't actually have to destroy the enemy. You just have to outpace them, survive them, or whatever. 2 military buildings. Okay. So we got the casket with a. When we place it, we get a lesser relic, and then the invention we got from our guy is a toolbox expand on building, upgrade that building with 1 level. So, is it possible to see what the upgrade will be? Nope, that's stupid. So then we don't know if this upgrade will be like 30% faster. I think I've upgraded before, and I think it switches from 25 to 50 actually. Before we use it, let's see what else we have here, because a building might start caring about us using, like this one cares, right? If we use this now, this one triggers, but what if some of these triggers because we want to use them? Okay. Do we have room for... Do we have room for this one and then place these 2 underneath, like here, I guess? And then place those underneath, yeah. And that's the military building, so everything got plus. And then these triggers like this. So both of them now deal 3 extra damage. See, this is what I'm talking about. And then let's figure out what kind of relic we get. Let's try to place this someplace we think it might not be in the way, like in the bottom here or something maybe. A lesser relic. The animal tag effect grants 3 resources and 3 damage instead of 2. Acquire a biometric rune. What's a biometric rune? Artifact item that can be expended on a building to add the animal tag to it. Double the amount of money we have right now. Nah. The guild tag effects grants 2 plus resources. Acquire a bureaucrat building. The guild tag effect grants 2 plus resources. Did it not already do that? This building produces 2 resources and 2 damage. I guess it produces 2 more than. I think we're gonna lock down this so we can upgrade the building next turn. Or maybe place this one underneath here, pointing up. This we also gain 2 armor from playing that building. So by acquire a bureaucrat guild is a building that does nothing, but it has the guild icon on it, and then that means we have 2 buildings that's guild. This one. But we would also like as another sacred So we can get the bonus of having multiple sacreds, and this is a big sacred as well. I'm curious about selling this guy. Oh, we don't have enough. I would love to have 70. We have 54. This guy isn't that good anymore. 10. We could sell these two for 20, then we'll have 74. We can buy this to have 2 sacred and start getting this sacred bonus. And then choose the guild thingy to have the guild bonus as well. Now, the biggest is producing +4, so this one. Let me just see something. Yeah, 7, and then 5. Yeah, you see, produces 5 science, produces 7 science, 9 science. Nice. We locked that. What's this? Capacitated tower. Each building on a plus produces minus resource, minus damage, but has a 50% multicast chance. Then we're looking, and we have to remember to upgrade as well. Maybe we should upgrade this one. It is our main income of food. What's this? Bureaucrat animal. Assigned to building. Each time you enter a settlement, each building that shares a tag with the first tag of my building permanently produces 2 resources. Ooh. So if you place it in this one, utility, they don't, almost no one has any bonuses to that. Actually, no one has. It seems good though. Assign to a building. My building gains 1 crit multiplier. Okay, but we don't have, like, everything here has a crit multiplier, right? But nothing has a crit chance. So you have to have like a crit chance build or something. Curious changeling. His all of the tags at the same time. Passive, assigned to building. My building produces 6 extra resources and deals 6 extra damage. Whoa. This guy on the core. We will get 6 food, 6 production, and 6 science extra. Holy shit. And this guy actually doesn't have to be there, he can be anywhere. Do we have enough? No. We can lock him down. We can also sell to try to get him right now. This is 20. We would need 40. We could try to sell some of this building stuff. Let's figure, we can double our coin. So wait. We sell this for 20 and then we use the relic to gain 40, so we can buy them right now. That's an idea. We can also get this to start getting the guild bonuses. Or this one, because we have a lot of animals, right? Animal. Not a lot of animals, some animals. What's the building then? 2 military, 3 military. And when we place military, everything goes up by 2. So these are 3 buildings. What's this? Cycling. Deal 8 damage. Okay. Each time this building cycles, if there are no enemies present, each building on the arc produces 1 resource until end of flight. Cost 3 food, deal 5 damage. Construct this only on port or starboard side. Abandonment. Cycling every 2 seconds, deal 2 damage. Are we doing this one? Holy shit, everything, did you see that? I mean, these ones got the message and they don't actually do anything, so it's kind of useless. Immovable, okay, so when we place it, we can't move it. We're gonna have to remember that. Deal 8 damage. We can place it so that this one gives 3 damage to it, but then these ones are not affected anymore. Ooh. Do we place this one on top of it to open up the slot there and then place that in the slot? Huh. Do we do that? And we could also just lock this down and buy it next turn, obviously. But I think I like this. There. And then let's do like this. And this. And this. Oh, it's plus 1 damage now. 12 damage. You see what I mean? This is, oh wow, this is just barely scratching the surface of this game. There's meta progression as well. Okay, as we're out of money, we have tons of, not tons of it, we have plenty of food for now. Let's lock down this building for next turn. And this guy was cool, but nah. Saragors. Acquire a horde. Commercial junk building, providing small amount of cash to bordering units. Buildings. Take a chance and trade using the logistics example interface. This one's pretty funky. It has some like deals that gives you pretty. It really, how should I say? It really focuses your build, but it also gives a negative. Or acquire a guild schematic and 50 gold. So, this is a guild, right? Is anyone anything else a guild? No. $50 gold. Oh, it's 35 seconds versus 50 seconds as well. That's a lot of it. That's a lot of extra time to produce resources. Do I want this guild, right? What if it's a building we don't want? Let's just hope it survived the 50 seconds then. I basically have it on 1.5 down here, even push it up to 3 maybe. But I have my finger on spacebar, because as soon as, you know, if these fill up in combat, we will be able to place buildings and crew in the middle of combat. There. And it looks like we'll be able to destroy this, which will give us a schematic or a contract box. This we also massacred them. Okay, assembly worker. So expend on building. The building immediately cycles 3 times. Sign. Each time we expend a crew item, this building produces 2 resources until end of flight. We are producing this inventions. every turn. But where do we place it though? On this one, I guess. Maybe. And this lizard, okay. Each time you expend a crew or item, this building produces 2 resources until end of flight. Or a one-time free cycle. You could drop the 3 cycle on this one to produce 3 times, I don't know, 18 and 18, 3 times. That's just massive amount of value. Let's do that. Another one of those. Each time my building multicasts gain 10. Assign. My building gains 70% chance to multicast. Whoa. So it's either this one or this one. 6. Extra resource or multicast. I mean, if this one multicasts, that's a massive amount. No, fuck, because then I have to take out that guy. And he's giving 6+ to everything, god damn it. Okay, I mean, multicast the attack building. Make it shoot twice. 70% chance to trigger to shoot twice. It's probably not that bad. I forgot again. Then I have to take that guy out, and he's giving bonuses. He's not an animal, of course. This guy counts as an animal. He's gonna give the bonus and 6 extra damage. So we put this guy here and this guy here. And this guy there. This there. Got another one. Guildmaster. Expend, so he's expended, right? So he's gonna disappear after this. That building gains the guild tag. So then we'll get the guild bonus. It's okay. Cycle 3 times again for 60 on everything again. Assign if my building produces for each crew item. Yeah. This one has 3 in it. So that's plus 6. But is that worth it? Not sure. Could look up with the building first, maybe. Each time you acquire this building, acquire a monitor lizard. That's the one we have, this one. Then we'll have 2 of those. This one produces food. We don't have an issue with food. Each time you enter a settlement, acquire 2 random inventions. Holy shit. This is gonna trigger 3 times every turn. Jesus. Jesus. Or another attack. Oh man. Also, if you are overproducing food, then it makes everyone super happy, and so all buildings are cycling faster than normal. This is really hard. This one or this one? I didn't even finish reading. Schematics and contracts offer slightly higher quality drafts. Military. Every 8 seconds, cost 8, deal 6. 3 damage for each crew or item assigned to this building. Could put him in there. Potentially these two. Or at least, maybe these two at least. Put him back there. Oh, this is not easy. This is very, very not easy. When we place military, we get +2 to everything. So this one, +2, +2, +2, and +2. And it's gonna help me kill more enemies. But this one, 2 random inventions every turn, triggering this altar every time. But do we need more food though? But wait. If I place it, then is it when I acquire it? Each time you acquire... Ah, damn it. Okay. I was thinking I can hold it here, place more buildings, then place this one last, and then trigger everything. But no, it triggered right now. Okay. We want crew members inside this. It helps just by adding anything really, not even the correct one almost. Because this is expand, this is not expand. This is a sign. Or slips. What about this assembly? We'll get 3 times the food production and science. I think we'll go with this one. Okay. Damn. Okay, we get a horde. Each building produces extra gold, but we don't have that, I think. Then an invention. That building permanently gains a crit multiplier. Okay. So what if we did something like this? What's the extra damage here now? Total of 19 damage. I think this is worth it because... No, wait, he can stand there. Ah, but he's adding more. Yeah, because if he's here, he doesn't affect damage, he just gives this freeze. This one also gives freeze, but also +3 damage because that's what the building wants. This guy helps out as well with damage. Okay, cool. Cool. We don't need this for now, and that building gains crit multiplier. There's not a real reason to do this unless we want to use it to trigger this. But maybe we'll find a building that actually has a crit chance from the very beginning, because so far no one has that, so that's not a factor. Okay, we locked this for a reason. What's the upgrade? Effect +2, effect +1. Okay, so 2 extra armor, and each building does 4 damage instead of 3. Is that worth it versus putting it here and then you know, pack on even more bonuses? What if you did like this, or this, you know, this here, or we have done that one down there as well, actually, now that I think about it. If we did this, like this, like these two get bonuses on this side. It's not room, okay. I'm gonna do like this. Expansion rig. You may install another building on this rig to gain that building's effects. The rig retains its size, slot, cycle, speed, and area effects. Huh. So if I place this and I click and drag, like what wants to be next to each other? Oh shit. If I build this and I put this on top of it, then this building, every plus will be plus 25 cycles, plus 25 cycle for everything. God damn, that's cool. No wonder it's so expensive. 150, so we would have to lock it. We can take a look at this trade agreement. Blah blah blah. Okay. Contract 1. Construct 5 colony hubs on the Ark and acquire a statuary garden. Culinary hubs are industrial junk buildings that have no effect. Okay, so it's gonna take up 5 random spots. That could really screw us over, but what's the bonus? Statuary gardens are utility building that provide bonuses to statues and provide 3 statues when acquired. We're not really into statues, are we? Okay, 5 colony hubs again, but we get an asylum. Industrial building that cycles every 4 seconds to produce 3 production for each crew in cargo. In cargo? What the fuck? Why? We can also, by the way, just skip this entire thing. 5 colony hubs for the Writers Guild, Academic Guild. Building cycles every 5 seconds to reduce science equal to twice the number of letters in the plus building's name. What? Okay. Do we have any buildings with a really long name? Ho ho. We do. This one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 letters. So you get 16. You get 16 research every 5 seconds. If we're able to place it on top of it though. It could be like, oh, there's no room here or something. And of course we have to deal with the 5 colony hubs. It's gonna randomly, you know what? Screw you. What's this? Boiler work. Each time a building crits. Oh, crits. No, we don't do that. Mystic Forge. huge. Each time a building on a plus cycles accelerate this building. Yeah, but it's fucking huge. I think this is better getting early. I'm curious about this though. If you place this on top of this, right, then every plus will be cycles 25% faster. The only issue is where the fuck do we place it? Because I would love to place it there to give the bonus to everything, but this is like we can't. The core is in the way. Maybe we can figure it out. Let's lock it. Take with us. Here's this one again. What's this? Sign to building. If my building produces signs, it produces 3 plus for each time it has been upgraded. Okay. So nothing. Interior designer. Add a crew slot to the building if possible. Ooh. So we can, I think, and we have enough to buy them. We can put a crew slot on this and try to affect it somehow, or we can put it on, you know, this one to have to apply even more. Wait. So what if we do? We lock this. We buy this. We do it here. So now there's room for one more, and this guy next turn we put there. Nothing produces gold yet, and nothing has a crit chance. Do we then not care about this, maybe? We won't be able to buy this then. Is this just a cute effect, maybe? I don't have time to think. Where are we going? Acquire a tribute contract. These items can be expanded to provide a selection of building, crew, or item that belongs to a specific house. And 100 gold. Or acquire junk schematic and acquire 3 compact trash. No. Alright, you all know the answer. That was the missus. My god, we're just butchering the enemies here. Another one. A statue. A statue that gets bonuses if you don't build anything around him. And we don't exactly have a place to really put this guy. And also, yeah, I don't think we're gonna need that. And I think we're producing enough food, so it's gonna be this. And that gave plus to everything. You know what? I should have not taken it now. I should have just waited until we kill this, placed that building, and then placed that building to give plus to everything. Oh. Another invention. Yeah. Love this guy. We have room to put you anywhere, yeah. So now we get 2 inventions at the start. Nice. 1 second left. Ooh. This is Hex Foundry. 100% multicast chance. So, every 5 seconds it takes 5 food to gain 2 production, and then another 2 production from the multicast chance. I'm guessing instead you're supposed to, you know, put some crew in there that triggers when you multicast of it. And then the auction house. Each time you expand an invention, gains gold and science. Each time you acquire an invention, this building permanently produces 2 science. Now we have 2. Now we have 2 inventions, creating 2 inventions every turn. But we are getting closer to the end of the game. We are absolutely butchering the enemy. If we get this, we get... Where do we place it then? There. There, in there. Or do we just upgrade? Apply the upgrade, of course. Also, we can move on. We can like literally take out every building here except this one and the core, and place everything again to optimize it. And of course, choosing this gives +2 to every building as well. Now, do I place this before we dock? Does that help anything? I don't think so. Right, we don't gain anything from that, do we? By having this? I don't think so. Could place this on top of here, or we can... we'll just dock and see what happens. Okay, another fate calculator. Man, we really need to find a way to add crit chance to a building so we can use this properly. Or we can scrap them, of course. Gain 100 gold. My building permanently produces 1 extra resource. I mean, it's the core then. What was this? You may expend a crew or item by dragging and dropping it over. Yeah. Expend on reactor. Acquire house, imperial schematic, and an effigy. Expend on reactor. Acquire house of exile, schematics, and 2 blood sacrifice. The hell is a blood sacrifice? Labor crew that can be expanded to provide temporary resource bonus. Expand on reactor, acquire house of and 2 inventions. Expand. Effigies are kinda cool, but I think it's best to just do this to get our inventions, and this will trigger other buildings, right? But let's wait with that until we figure out. So, this one's useless for now. Could just place it, or we could morph. +3, +1, +3 damage, and then +4 damage for each crew. That's not bad actually. +2, +1. less good. Let's just take a look at what these are. If building produces production equal to size, nothing produces production. If the building provides science, it permanently produces additionals equals to size. Well, this one produces science and it's a size of 3, so that's good. What do we got here then? Nope. Maybe let's lock it in case we forget. We don't need more food. What's this? Sacred Foundry. These are sacred buildings. We'll get the sacred bonus even higher. That's good. Cycling every 3 seconds gets 6 production. Each time this building cycles, accelerate each industrial building on the plus for 0.5. Each industrial building. Do we even have industrial building? It's all bullshit then. We locked you down for a reason. To put you there. It's gonna cost us 80. 80 plus that is 200, so we'll still be able to do that. What are you? Blood Brother. No, Brood Brother. Assigned to building. My building gains 30% multi chance for each Brood Brother. Assigned to house. My building gains 10% crit chance for each crew or item assigned to buildings on the arc. So total, holy shit. Each crew and item. 1. Including himself. Maybe. So if it's himself, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 70% crit chance. And the building we put him. Like here. This is placed for free. Do I do like this? This or this? Of course, we try to find a place where you can hit 2 at the same time, obviously, or we morph them together. I think we morph them together. Each building gets 3 damage. It's 2. Ah, it's okay. So if I place it, it's 1 less damage. There's this one. We lock it maybe at least. Like we're talking so much about crit, and now we got it, and now I'm not sure what the hell what to do. We'll have a higher crit multiplier though. We could lock him and just see what happens. Make a level 3 building. Is that good enough? This one. Hum 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 hum. Hem hem hem. That's not needed, right? I think so. There's the Hex Foundry again. There's another Sacred. You know what, we'll take it just because we have so many sacred buildings. Each produces extra, so it doesn't matter for this one versus this one. 17 instead of 15, yeah. Can we move this down and do like this so we can multi-hit? Yeah. Good. Okay, so we don't have any money left. Are we done? We have money left actually. Are we just scrapping this because I don't think we're gonna start any. I don't think we're gonna start any industrial stuff now. $126 crit chance. Now, like this. %crit chance with extra multiplier. There. Almost 3 times the damage on this. Okay, I think we're done. Are we locking down anything? I don't think so. Acquire random courtier crew and a relic or industrial and armor. Nah. Keeping my finger on spacebar. There. Okay, what's this then? Guildmaster. Workshop. Assign to building. If my building produces science, it produces 3+ for each time it has been upgraded. This one has not been upgraded, but the only science building we have. Get a guild tag. Let's make something into a guild. You are now also a guild. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Then we can actually use the this one to give it more gold. Sacred Foundry. Acceleration. Guild Hall. Do you think I got Guild Hall because I have more points in Guild Hall than usual? I don't know. 5 seconds, cost 10 food. You may install another building onto this rig that gains its effect. The rig regains size. Okay, it's the same one. Only smaller. I mean, I'm thinking this one, and then we can get even more gold, although we're getting closer to the end than the beginning. Is it true? Is it dumb to start thinking about that now? Rig. Install another building onto the rig to gain this effects. Nah. This one's cool. random item every turn. Turns into a lab. It doesn't anymore. Food, definitely not more food. And we don't need like that, so let's do this then. Then what's this? Assign each time you enter the settlement, you get 50. Okay. Destroy building, gain 150. So this is where we could use to destroy, you know, those floating eyeballs or whatever. That's fine. That's fine. What's this defensive grid? Every 7 seconds gain 1 armor. Each military building on the plus cycles 50% faster. Ooh. But where the heck do we keep it? So I just want to quit this. I'm falling asleep here. It's probably is, but whatever. Building. This building. Trigger immediately. Crit. Where was it? Am I blind? Didn't he... Am I dreaming now? Am I thinking about something else? I think so. Discount for the hermit. Nope. Add to crew slots. 70%. Yeah. Let's look at the relic as well. Construct a clockwork hive on a random tile each time you enter a settlement. Construct it on a random. Can I see what it is at least? Agriculture building that cycles every 5 seconds. We have 2 food for each other clockwork. Yeah. Oh, we have enough food, I think. Acquire dragon egg. Also cool. Each time you destroy an enemy, each building gains 25% chance until end of turn. God damn. Okay. Add the crew. I mean, there. Assign to building. All triggered effects triggered on entering a settlement triggers one more time. Triggers entering a settlement. Wait, what? Assign to building. All triggered effects that are triggered on entering a settlement trigger. Oi. We just have to put him somewhere. He doesn't actually have to be in the correct building or anything. Was it this one had the crit chance? Yeah. No, it's a crit chance 100 actually. Can we increase cycle? Triggers 3 times. 7 gold. Oi. Oh, it doesn't have a trigger, it's only cycling. Okay. What actually is a trigger then? This one? Trigger. Huh, and the attacks are not trigger actually. Interesting. Oh. There you go. Thank you. This one can be used to destroy building. If we... Oh yeah, this one is just taking up space for fun, right? But is it sacred? No. So I should move you. Then scrap you. For 150 gold as well. Nice. Oh, it's a bit warm in here. Ah. So again, I mean, I'm barely scratching the surface. This is like my 6th run or something, and this is not through meta progression. This is just like you could do this as well if you get my same. I don't like the hermit. Maybe my building gains 70%. Yeah, it's probably worth picking up. What building would we want multicast on? This one just for now, and then when we travel, or when we get there next time, we can try to see it. Maybe try to change it. This one. Okay, we still have a shit ton of money though. Ah, we can replace, of course. Okay, what we got? Ivory Tower. Each time you upgrade a building other than Ivory Tower, upgrade Ivory Tower. And that's 10 upgrades. Nice, instead of 3, which is more normal. How often do we upgrade though? Not so much anymore. Laboratorian costs 15 gold to gain science, plus science equal to 10% of this building's crit chance, passive 20% crit chance. Okay, should have. Is it the invention one? Yeah, it's only a 50 gold. And I have 100. I have 300 gold. Nice. Dump. What's this? Each time a building on a plus tile multicasts, gain 10. I don't feel we are multicast. Thing. Build. And then we have crit chance. Assigned to military. My building fires 2 times. Holy shit. I have room for both of them as well. Assign. Set my building's base cycle speed to 3 seconds. Oh shit. I could bring something down to 3 seconds. Something that's really high. Okay, let's see here. Semi-high. Oh, this one's pretty high. This one's pretty high as well. You can set this one to 3 seconds, but you have to take him. Okay, so you should do like this. Then it's set to 3 seconds. It still gets the bonus. Then we'll do this actually. Multi-class chance. Get even more inventions. Then, do we have a place for you? I don't think so. Do you affect like this? Each time my building attacks. But it's animal, no. Would it be able to affect some place? Why can't I put it there? Weird. Ah, it says literally assigned to military, okay. Got 91. I think, could you be worth it as well? I think so. Who needs who needs a 33%? This one's pretty high. Something like this, I think. Okay. Wait, Do we want to lock something for next time? Nope. A treasure ship is sailing in this settlement. I mean, that's probably enough for me to press. Start the next run with a unique relic and acquire the atomic heart. Oh shit. I recognize those names. They're super powerful. Jesus Christ, look at this massacring. There's this one again. Assign. Each time you enter a settlement, each building that shares a tag with the first tag of my building. Okay. So if I put him in here, it's gonna give all academics a bonus. If we don't military doesn't really matter, so the best one we got is actually agriculture, industrial. Nah. Triple cycle. Boom, baby. Another one. Another one of these. Yeah, we just get, you know, when you acquire or upgrade this building, acquire a random item. If I put this on top, I get a random item right now, but if we keep it separate, then I'm gonna get 2 items every turn. Even more inventions. Or do we now? We do now. They take this just to get the animal and then scrap the hut and keep the animal. Is that good enough? Toolsmith. Bonus for industry. We don't have any, right? Okay, I'll take this, then I'll scrap it. Just to keep the monitoring lizard or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is absurd. How much I'm pulling in. Upgrade the building twice. Yep. But what building twice? This one? Maybe. This one? This one is leading our forces. It's 2 to 3 though, so it's gonna be a waste. This is gonna bring it all the way to the top, or, you know, in terms of level, I mean. Not easy, not easy. Jesus Christ, on a motorbike. That's a lot. I think we just won the game or something, because holy shit. Ooh, dragon egg. 2 dragon eggs. Assign each time you enter a settlement, acquire a House of Exark crew or item destroy me. This building triggers an additional time. Get even more inventions. This building permanently cycles 20% faster. Yoink. Yoink. Money. Huh. Do I even have a place to hide it? Don't think so. Yeah, 3 times and 2 times. Is anyone doing something very special or dangerous or whatever? Sorry about that. Wi-Fi. We're on a 2-hour run. But hey, this is going splendid. Do we have any room for this? No. Oh, I've seen this before. It cycles every time something else cycles. Don't we have something that cycles like crazy? Like 2-second cycle or something? What was it? Maybe we didn't take it. Honestly, can't quite remember now. This one, I guess. But how can we place this behind that? We're running out of space here. There's a rail cannon. 1, 2, 3. Okay. At the end of the day, if we destroy the enemy, then they can't destroy it. Then we don't need to make more. We have 14,000. That's so much. Do I buy this just because it fits down here? And now, temporarily, we can at least do this. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's not good enough. Like this. 700. Do I know you expand? Let's see. Assign for unique tag. My building produces for each unique tag among crew assigned to it. Okay. Double the building's permanent resource and damage bonus. Double that building's permanent resource and damage bonuses. I'm not sure what he means by that. Destroy the building and require 3 schematics of a similar tier from another great house. Do we have a second? We don't. Well, we can't move. I don't think so. My building for each unique tag among crew, just including me. The issue is we can't rotate it. That's annoying. Oh wait, it fits down here, but it needs to attach to something. And we can't rotate it. It's pretty annoying. Okay, what's this then? Assign to each tag among crew members to do it. Not that we have any space for you. I think we just say, oh we don't, we do this upgrade kit, yes please, discount, okay, well, for each building that is not on the plus, okay, this is taking way too much space, we get rid of that, each building, 3 minus, but 50% multicast chance. Assigned to my building to produce 20 more resources until the end of next flight. Double the building's permanent resource and damage bonus. Still not sure what that means though. Assign each time your building cycles get 6. Each time the building cycles get 6. I'm thinking we just use up some money here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1 guessing he's it might be a good one. Just not see it. Acquire effigy, 5 armor, and a relic. Okay, put this down there, put the tower there. Each time my building cycles gains 6. Assigned to house, my building gains 33% experience. And this one. Each time my building cycles gain 6. Okay, do we have any openings for me? Suppose I don't need that one. No, we have to wait for the timer. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at this. My god. That's funny. What if we do this? I'll take the avatar there. Still nothing produces anything. Assign. Each time you enter, acquire a house card or item and destroy me. Okay. Upgrade kit. Maybe more stuff. Very core. Some Norwegian for you. Okay. Inflict ignite. Could have sold some of these. See here. That building temporary bonuses, which normally expire at the end of flight, instead persist until the end of the next flight. Right. It's not like we need this to have 1,000 gold. Never mind. Okay. +4, +1. This is more gold that we don't need. A building produces equal to its size. Yep. It's here. Very nice. Assign to building. Each time a reactor cycles, accelerate this building. Not even sure what I even did there. This one's crazy. That building cycles. Upgrade. We don't need more food. Maybe it's nice if this is actually level 3. Instead of a 33% chance, just straight up 6 extra damage. It actually does belong on a longer stretch, but I mean, do you have to be there? If I put you there, put you there, put you there, then you have 2. That's more damage at least. If I do this, got him. Triggered effects on buildings, crew, and relics trigger 1 extra time. For, oh shit, for just everything. Holy shit. Temple bell. Each time you trash a sacred building, each building produces. Okay. If there are 8 or fewer buildings on the arc, each building produces 100% resources and deals 100% more damage. If there's 8 or fewer. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But this is crazy. Because it affects everything, not just like one building or something. We don't exactly have room for much more. Ooh, ingots. That's really nice. Then we can copy a building and then lay it over, right, to make 2. Or make a, I mean, make a, okay, make a thingy. I cannot copy a reactor, right? No. Is there anything else here? That's one. I don't. Oh, this one. Why are you on that one? Do we even have a a gold producing building? This one. Right. Now we can't put it out. What am I talking about? You don't need gold. Get gold up the ass. Okay. I guess we go for it. Nothing special. Red twice. And this. Okay, where do we want you? Ooh, upgrade twice so the ivory tower will be upgraded itself. Nice. Upgrade twice, upgrade twice. Useless additions. Okay. Nothing down here. Nothing special. Set a course. The settlement market has 2 rurals. Acquire relic as sacred. Ooh, then we can make. Then we can let her copy. Assign to a building, gets for each crew. Yeah. Blood brother, assign. Okay. It's not like we have space for you. That over to copy there. Maybe just let me copy in combat, I guess. How annoying. There. No, it's level 3. Damn it. Damn it. Didn't think about that. That's annoying. This one is low. Suppose we don't want this here, so it takes up space. Starflight, the largest building on the Ark, produces 4 more resources until the fire. This building triggered effect triggers one more time. Oh. Og den funker fra... Funker derfra? Assign to control, yeah. If this... Assign to each time you trash a building, my permanent... Building permanently reduces 1 plus. Zombie. High Priest of the Sun. Expand that building's triggers one more time. Talking a bit less because I'm getting really tired. It's been 2 hours, but I think we're soon there. Is it Sacred Foundry? Well, okay, but we don't have space. We don't have space for anything. We have to find a single one. That asshole again. There's no reason for you to be there, I think, right? So 6 instead of multicast 7. That building gets one critical turn. Assigned to each time I wreck the building cycles. Okay, yeah. Tomb guard. This building fires for each courier assigned to it. Is this a courier? Yes, it is. Is he a courier as well as other things? No. So we have 1 courier, 2 couriers. This looks like 1. Library. This one, because we can fit it right there. Double up. Now, basically anything we play will crash with this one. But can we delete something here? Something like only slightly good. Sun. Assigned to my building produces resource equal to its cycling costs. Huh. The Bazaar Trade Prince. Extra. Destroy that building and acquire 3 schematics of the Great House. Assigned to building. My building produces 15%, but I said 15 assigned to. Okay. Destroy that building and acquire 3 schematics similar to. Okay. Destroy that building. Gelatinous cube is awesome. What do I gelatinous? buildings. Each time reactor build cycles. I'm just gonna put some random shit there actually. Started to trash a building. Wait. Skip. Skip. Level 3. $74,000. I think I'll be fine. That was fun. Damage dealt 45,000. Inspiration generated. That was fun. That took forever, but that was fun. Thank you for joining me if you watched this whole thing. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, that was one run. It's so much. There's so much more to choose from. So many more variables to figure out.